And oil prices soared on Thursday, briefly trading above $100 per barrel, and the stock markets extended losses as fresh attacks against Gulf energy targets offset the release of crude reserves by major economies. IEA said daily global crude production was down at least 8 million barrels, with an additional 2 million in petroleum products impacted. Meanwhile, India and its crude oil position is secured. India's Petroleum and Natural Gas Minister Hardeep Singh Puri said the domestic supply of LPG is fully protected, adding that government's priority is to provide uninterrupted LPG supply to the people. DD India's Dheeraj Das gets us more.
Global shares fell on Thursday as attacks on oil tankers in the Gulf shattered any prospects of an imminent de-escalation in West Asia conflict, pushing oil prices above $100 a barrel and stoking fresh inflation concerns. In the latest monthly oil market report, the International Energy Agency said that Gulf countries including Iraq, Qatar, Kuwait, and UAE, along with Saudi Arabia, have cut total oil production by at least 10 million BPD, a volume equal to almost 10% of the world's demand as a result of this conflict. Adding, without a rapid restart of shipping flows, these losses are set to increase. IEA member countries have agreed to unlock 400 million barrels of oil from their reserves, which is their largest release ever. As attacks on oil shipments continue in the Strait of Hormuz, International Energy Agency said efforts by Saudi Arabia and the UAE to use alternate export routes are being ramped up. This could help partially offset losses and provide a rise in global oil supplies from April through June. Iran had earlier stepped up attacks on merchant ships in Strait of Hormuz, increasing the number of ships struck in the region since fighting began to at least 16. Meanwhile, US President Donald Trump on Thursday said that rising oil prices mean greater profits for the United States, but his priority is stopping Iran from having nuclear weapons. US Energy Secretary Chris Wright denied the global oil prices are unlikely to hit $200 a barrel. He further added that Navy cannot escort ships through the Strait of Hormuz now, but it was quite likely that it could happen by the end of the month. Amid the developments, India on Thursday said that the country is successfully navigating the major disruption in global energy supplies following the West Asia conflict. India's Petroleum and Natural Gas Minister Hardeep Singh Puri made a statement in the parliament and said that India has adequate fuel stocks and that there is no cause for concern over availability.
India's crude supply position is secure and volumes secured exceed what the Hormuz would have delivered. Before the crisis, approximately 45% of India's crude imports transited through the Hormuz route. Thanks to the Honorable Prime Minister's outstanding diplomatic outreach and goodwill, India has secured crude volumes that exceed what the disrupted Strait of Hormuz could have delivered in the same period.
Addressing an inter-ministerial briefing on the developments in West Asia and New Delhi, India's Petroleum and Natural Gas Ministry informed that government is making every effort to ensure that the supply of domestic consumers is ensured.
On 9th of March, we have Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas has issued an order under Essential Commodities Act, which has directed all the refineries to maximize the production of LPG. And as a result of that, the production has increased. Yesterday, I told you 25%. Now, it is 28% of our domestic production. On quarterly basis, Government of India does an allocation of kerosene to the states. And every quarter, we are making an allocation of almost 1 lakh kiloliter. Today, the order has been released and another 48,000 kiloliter of kerosene will be released to the state governments. And here again, the role of the state government is very crucial in terms of identification of the beneficiaries and also the distribution.
The Indian government further clarified that almost 1 lakh retail outlets are currently operating in the country, and the majority of these with public sector oil marketing companies. Almost 50 lakh cylinders are delivered on a daily basis, and no dry out has been reported on any of these retail outlets. Dheeraj Das's report for DD India.